Welcome to another Vintage Cube draft. Now, there are two cards in this pack, potentially three, that are vying for my attention. Number one, Upheaval. It's always really fun to put all permanents back into a player's hands. Like, you just float a shit ton of mana, then play a bunch of artifact rocks. And, like, Upheaval is a deck. And you can just draft an Upheaval, pack one, pick one, and make it a deck. On the other hand, there's a card after my own heart here with Strip Mine, which I believe to be worse than Upheaval, but really good. And like, the only reason I'm like saying it's worse than Upheaval is the cards that synergize with it are fewer and further between. So like I have to get like Ramanop Excavator or Crucible of Worlds. I think I'm gonna take Upheaval. We're gonna try and make an Upheaval deck. So, in our theoretical Upheaval deck, we want lots of very powerful on-board artifact mana, which means we're on Dynamo. I believe to be the pick here. Okay, Time Twister is also really fun. Do you play Time Twister in an Upheaval deck? Turn all permanents to their owner's hands, and then mulligan all their permanents? I mean, that just seems mean, but fun. We could also take Emrakul or Sundering Titan as a way to win. But where's the fun in that? I'm going to take Time Twister. We're going to see what happens here. Okay, Signet. Yeah, I think Signet's the pick here. We could, like, also Wall of Roots, very viable, but I'm going to take Signet. Because we just want, like, lots of artifact mana at the moment. Okay, what are we dealing with? We got Mana Flare, Baral, Fixing, Fellows, Tendrils. We could take Tendrils. We did pass like 3 Storm cards in one pack, but we could take Tendrils and try and do like Storm, potentially. In the Upheaval deck, I think we would be taking like Pelucranos or maybe something else. I'm going to take Tendrils. I don't know if we're playing Storm. Okay. So in the Upheaval deck, putting all lands back in their owner's hands and then playing a Lodestone Golem is pretty mean. Like, and we're doing a bunch of artifact things, so like we could be like mono blue mud type thing going on here. Alternatively, Kodama's Reach is somewhat reasonable. I'm gonna take Lodestone Golem. I don't know if it's right, but it's what I'm taking, which probably means we're not actually going to do the Storm thing. Oh, I should have taken Strip Mine, pack one, pick one. What's wrong with me? Of course, we had no way to know. We could Upheaval and then cast Eureka. That'd be really funny. I'm going to take Selesnya Signet. Okay. Elspeth is a way to win. Like, if you Upheaval and then somehow land an Elspeth, like the turn after, you're going to win. She does fill the big giant win condition. Plus, she's awesome. I'm going to take Elspeth. She may not end up being the win condition of choice, but in case we don't find another one, we do have her. What would be really sweet is we found a Fast Bond. Because, like, Upheaval Fast Bond is disgusting. Temple Garden, Armageddon, and Acidic Slime. So Temple Garden helps us cast Elspeth, plus green is generally paired with Upheaval. Acidic Slime, okay. If we're going to have a bunch of artifact mana, Armageddon is also good. Because, like, casting a Lodestone Golem and then casting Armageddon is pretty disgusting. I'm going to take Armageddon. Because I don't like people having fun. Emery seems decent. We're going to have a lot of artifacts. Emery recurs artifacts. Sundering Titan and Emrakul came all the way around. Sundering Titan is in the realm of castability, and so is Emrakul. I don't know which one wins harder. We'll try Emrakul. We'll see what happens. I guess we take a Wall of Roots. Kind of helps fill the slot we're trying to put together. I could see us playing Vivian or Pelucranos. I'm not sure which is better for us, but take Kodama's Reach. I don't know exactly how much green we're going to be playing, but I guess we'll find out. Lightning Strike into the sideboard. Okay, pack 2. We have Lotus Cobra, Incubation Druid, another Simic Signet, and like the more signets you have, the better the deck is, right? Because I really like Simic Signet. It's on colors for what we're doing, helps you cast Upheaval, good to cast after you Upheaval. Because we want to just make an absurd amount of mana. We could take Karn. Because that's just another, that's a colorless big dumb threat to ramp into off of like a Thrawn Dynamo. We'd also take Tooth and Nail, but we only have one creature that's good to get off of Tooth and Nail at the moment. We're currently not in blue-black or black-red. We're gonna take Karn. Okay. Thragtusk is kind of funny with Upheaval. Because Thragtusk leaves a beast behind when he gets vacuumed up off the chessboard. I was thinking of Evacuation, actually. Look at the art. Chart, of course, or Elves of Deep Shadow. Probably Elves here. Yeah, we'll take Elves. So Mishra's Workshop is hilariously good with our signets. It's too bad it's not cast artifact spells or activate artifact abilities, though. We do have 3 signets and a Thrawn Dynamo, though. So, like, this has to be good. Otherwise, it's like the pick here is like Botanical Sanctum or Ravages of War. I'm gonna take Mishra's Work. Okay, Primal Command. Tutors up a win condition, plus can plow under 1 land. So, like, we could Primal Command, go get Emrakul, or Emry. We'd also just take Wormcoil, which we could cast very rapidly off of a Workshop. Wormcoil, I think, might actually be better here. Mindslaver, Golos, and Boros Signet. I like all of these for similar reasons. Man, wouldn't it be great to Upheaval, play and activate Mindslaver in the same turn? Because then you choose what your opponent discards. I know that's like magical Christmas land right now, but that's very, very enticing. We'd also take Golos. We have fixing for most colors, and we took Boros Signet. We'd have fixing for every color at least. I kind of like Golos. I'm going to take Golos. If we get enough fixing, he's going to be good. Okay, Tolarian Academy is good. We don't have any Moxes to power it up, but we do have a lot of artifact mana and artifacts in general. We could also take a Metalworker for the same reason. Tolarian Academy might actually be more powerful? Actually, I don't know if that's true. Because the earliest we can play Metalworker is turn 1. We do have a Workshop. We're going to take this for the high roll potential. Devoted Druid is Miscellaneous Ramp. Piece number 7. I'll take it. Incubation Druid is fixing, plus absurd amounts of mana. Could also take Gush. I think it's Incubation Druid. So the goal is we're going to make an absurd amount of mana, yeet everything back to hand, play all of our mana rocks again. The next turn cast something absurd like Karn or Emrakul maybe. We may not be playing Elspeth. We'll see. Okay, we've got Revelark. Creatures with power 2 or less. We do have a few of those. And this is when it leaves the battlefield, so we can actually just cast it and leave it sit on the battlefield for a bit. That might be kind of funny. We'll take Revelark. I don't know if we're playing it. Lotus Bloom is kind of good. Also play Vraska. Lotus Bloom is kind of only good on turn 1, but it might just be good enough. I'm going to take it. We'll see if we play it. Okay, we should probably pick Real Fixing, but there's an Armageddon in this pack, and we're playing the deck that Armageddon's things. So I'm going to take Armageddon. Thraben Inspector. You know, that actually... Oh, we didn't take Tolarian Academy. Never mind. I was gonna say. Probably means we need Garruk. Academy Ruins. Sweet. Did not take Mindslaver, though, unfortunately. So no Mindslaver lock this game. Okay, so we have Tezzeret the Seeker, which, if we're playing Lotus Bloom, can just get a Black Lotus. We can untap an absurd amount of artifacts, and it's also a way to win the game, potentially. So I think we're going to take Tezzeret. Fast Bond, Mana Crypt. Is it time for the The redemption arc with Mana Crypt. Top 10 anime betrayals. Oh. Mana Crypt is so good in this deck because we have a bunch of colorless things, but the game is going to be going longer, and Fast Bond potentially has higher upside if we get a Crucible or if an Upheaval. So then we just replay all the lands we picked up. I think we take Fast Bond. I really want to take Mana Crypt, but I'm going to take Fast Bond. Okay. So now we've got Caracas, Everflowing Chalice, Probe, and a Questing Beast, maybe? I think we take Everflowing Chalice, because we need more artifact, man. Another Signet, Stone Coil Serpent. We're going to take the Signet. I'm sad that we missed the other Signet not that long ago. A Force, we don't really have that many blue cards, so we're not probably going to ever be able to cast Force for its alternative cost. Like, we have a couple. We could just take an Ulamog, and that just gives us the backup plan of instead of Upheaval, we ramp absurdly into Ulamog. And I think more payoffs is good because we have so much ramp already. So we'll take Ulamog. Actually, I think with Izzet Signet, we have access to... So we have black, blue, green, white, red. So we get all of our Signets. We can activate Golos. Oh, that's awesome. Plus Incubation Druid fixes, Elves of Deep Shadow fixes. Yeah, this seems like it might be some fun. Alright, what are we dealing with here? There's a Wasteland, which is fun. There's a Hangerback Walker, which we can just make absurdly huge. Then there's a Daze. I think the pick is Wasteland or Hangerback. We have, like... If we get a Chalice, we can blow up... or not a Chalice, Crucible. We can blow up all of our opponent's lands because we'll have Fast Bond Crucible. And I really regret not taking Strip Mine in pack 1. I'm going to take Wasteland because I have enough castable non-land permanents that perhaps Wastelanding an opponent might be good in a situation where, like, Hangerback Walker is just another, like, Wormcoil Engine type effect. Now, if Hangerback Walker was when it leaves the battlefield make the tokens, where it was, like, super good with Upheaval, I'd be like, yeah, but that's not the case. I think there's only Thragtusk that does that, at least in this cube. Dig Through Time can help us find stuff. We can actually, like, cast it for, like, its intended cost. Tireless Tracker draws us a bunch of cards, which is something we're currently not doing. And there's also a tutor for artifacts or enchantment. I want to take Dig Through Time. I think the play might actually be to take Tracker here. So I'm going to take Tracker. Because Tracker actually gets us some card advantage. And we don't have... Ooh, Memory Jar. We have Memory Jar, Academy Ruins, and Fast Bond. So there's no way I'm passing this up. That's sweet. We're doing that. That's a thing that is in this deck now. Oh, man. Could you imagine, like, beginning of the next end step? So you Upheaval, and you put a Memory Jar back on the board. Then at their draw step, you Memory Jar. They get a hand of 7 cards, and they can do whatever with them 7. But then they have to get all the things they Upheavaled back to hand, and then discard at their end step. That's just rude. Blast Zone, like, has some utility. We don't have too many 0 drops, so, like, maybe we Blast Zone. We could also just take Carnage Tyrant, like Big Dumb Dinosaur number 5. I'm gonna take Blast Zone. You never know when Blast Zone's gonna be. O Stone. It's a board wipe we could cast quickly. I think I take Spire Bluff Canal, just as the off chance we need fixing for Golos. It's another red source. Like, that's not amazing logic, but it does work. Expansion Explosion. I don't think we're playing any of these. We'll take the card that we can technically cast. Okay. So Stone Coil Serpent is a thing we can cast. We will take a Stone Coil Serpent. And I guess we take a Stoneforge Mystic in the side. Once again, probably not playing it. And Abbot of Carol Keep. Cool. Well, I think this is a deck. I don't know if it's a good deck, but it is a deck. You can't deny me that. Okay. We do a fast bond and 2 draw 7s. Like, that could be really good. Okay, so take the lands out of the deck. Step number 1. Step number 2, group creatures separately. Step number 3, cut creatures that are bad. I don't know how easy triple green is going to be to get. We have a bunch of green signets, and we do have fast bond, so maybe it's not so bad. I think Vivian might be bad. Exile 1 face down. As long as it remains exiled, you may look at that card and cast your card. As long as Vivian's on the field, you can cast it as a... Maybe that's good. We can just, like, tuck a big threat into exile and go get it later. It's too bad we didn't pick up a channel. I think we're gonna cut... We don't have any artifact recursion shenanigans other than Memory Jar, and we already have Academy Ruins, so I think Emery milling us actually is bad. I'm gonna cut Emery. Kodama's Reach is probably our weakest bit of ramp in this entire deck, so I'm gonna cut Kodama's Reach. I think... I'm only gonna run 1 Armageddon effect, because I don't know how good it's going to be. I might change that like post-board or something. I don't know how much I like Vivian. I think I might need to cut Vivian. And that's it might be wrong, but I'm going to cut Vivian. So now we need to cut 3 more cards. Stonecoil Serpent might be our worst creature. It's got a lot of text on it, but maybe not. Ugh. So tough. I think I'm going to cut Incubation Druid. Okay. Now what are we cutting? Cut Armageddon. 16 lands and probably, technically, 7 island. So we put Academy Ruins in. Put Mishra's Workshop in. We don't need blue until later. We're going to cut blue mostly, I think. Last zone in, yes. Because I'll be some Wasteland. Alright. I think we're going to play with this. I will see you guys in round 1. Alright, here we go. Yeah, I mean, like, we ramp out our hand and cast a Memory Jar. I'm fine with this. Opponent plays a Plains and a Land text. So we're going to play a Forest and pass the turn. Our opponent plays a Plains and a Selfless Spirit. Draw a Forest. So let's play an island. And we'll play a Selesnya Signet. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Plains. Gets in for 2. We'll take it. Go to 18. And they play a Sword of Fire and Ice. Well, that is less than ideal. So play a Forest. And we can Wall of Roots into an Everflowing Chalice on 1. Or we can Everflowing Chalice on 2. I think we do that. I think the mana works out a little better this way next time. Next turn. Pass the turn. Okay. Our opponent equips Selfless Spirit. Gets in for 4. They draw a card, shock us in the face, and play a Mother of Ruin. Draw a Forest. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. So we can play a Wall of Roots and a Memory Jar. We can't play Tezzeret. So we will give them the land tax to play Memory Jar and play Wall of Roots. Our opponent's clock is quick, but we're relying on getting this Ulamog down to handle that sword and anything else scary that might happen this turn. Okay, they get a Plains Island. It looks like they might be like blue-white flyers, maybe? This opponent gets in for 4. We take it. We're going to deal 2 damage to us and draw. Play a Search for Visconta. So we have to answer this turn, or we lose. Play a Stoneforge Mystic. No targets. Okay. We draw a Wasteland, which doesn't do anything. So we can't play Tezzeret. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. We're 1 off of Ulamog. So the only way we're going to get anywhere with this is we have to Memory Jar into something that gets us out of this board. So Memory Jar, Wormcoil, Upheaval, Mishra's Workshop. So how much mana do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if we Upheaval, kind of sucks we can't play Mishra's Workshop post Upheaval. But if we Upheaval, we'll have 3 mana left over, which means we could play 2 Signets or Everflowing Chalice. So we'll play an island, float mana, Upheaval, 1, 2, 3, pick everything up, play Wall of Roots, float mana, play, I think, just a Signet. Pass the turn. We're gonna... Oh, we lose all of this. Oh, that was really bad. No. Well, our opponent lost all their permanents, too. So, like, we don't have to deal with the sword anymore. That was so bad. Oh, I didn't even think about it. It's awful. So we'll play a forest. Put a counter here. Oh, wait, that's not enough mana. Oh, shoot. You can't control Z that ability. And I should have played the Simic Signet. Well, then. Kano learns to read. Hi, kids. Welcome to Kano Learns to Read. In this episode, he doesn't. So we draw Golgari Signet. Okay. We're gonna play a Wasteland. We got 4 mana now. So we play a Thron Dynamo, and then play a Golgari Signet. And our Wall of Roots is no longer big enough to block, because we're bad. Oh no. Oh, I could just hear the screams of rage and frustration in my comment section right now. So our opponent gets in for 2. We have to take it. 8 mana at the moment. 9 mana at the moment. Pass the turn. We need to draw an untapped land. Opponent gets in for 2. That's fine. Ish. We draw Signet. Well, that gives us another time to draw an untapped land. That's fine. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. So one more turn. We have to block this turn, though. And our opponent has to have no removal. No, that's removal! You're not supposed to have that! Oh, no! Oh! And here we could have played Tezzeret and tutored out a creature. That's... Alright. For real this time. Yes, we definitely want to play first. Too slow. Maybe this hand will do something. We'll keep. We're going to put back a forest. Start Mishra's Workshop. We'll go a little scarier. We'll play the blue Signet. They'll be a little more scared of that. One plays a Mother of Runes. We find a Time Twister. Yeah, that's pretty good because we like dump our hand first. So we play Golgari Signet, play an island, float mana, Time Twister. I think we come out a little bit ahead on this one. Okay. So who knows what our opponent had, but they mulliganed it. Okay, we draw Tireless Tracker. So we can Tracker first. Maybe. Daze. Well, that does suck, but it's not the end of the world. We're going to play Elves of Deep Shadow and a Selesnya Signet. Pass the turn. This is decreasing the cost of our Emrakul. What'd you do with the ball? Where'd you put the ball? Go get the ball. I can't throw some. Oh, it's over there. Okay, Mother of Runes. Too big to block. Not often you hear me say that. We draw Stonecoil Serpent. Well, it's going to be huge, so play a land. Make all the mana forever. Play a 10/10 pro multicolor. Pass the turn. Our opponent might have to Spear of Heliod that. Wouldn't that just suck? Oh, they have an O-ring. Lame. How dare they have answers? We draw island. Well, play the island, play memory jar. Crack memory jar. Golos, Lodestone Golems, Tezzeret, and Upheaval. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. We can use 5 of it to play a Tezzeret and go back up to 3, but that doesn't do anything. So I think we play Golos. Which one of these things do we want the most? Because we only get to keep one. We could just Upheaval and then do the whole permanent discard thing, but we only get 2 cards back after that, and we can't recast our artifact mana. So it kind of sucks that we're going to lose Upheaval. Maybe we just play Tezzeret. What is in this deck list? We can -4 and get a Thron Dynamo. If we do that, we can play a Lodestone Golem and get a little more value out of this hand. I didn't mean to -1! I meant to -4! Oh no! Oh my god, I'm so sorry, everyone. Okay, well, we're gonna pass turn now. So if our opponent attacks Tezzeret, we will block. Because Tezzeret represents 2 mana. Okay, our opponent plays an Angel of Invention. Sure. They're going wide. Attacking Tezzeret. Well, we are going to block. We draw a Wasteland. We can blast zone down 3 drops. So let's play a Wasteland. And I think we can cast Emrakul. Emrakul only costs 9. 5. 8 mana. So we untap. Cast an Emrakul. Blow to blue. Trigger resolves. Okay. When it draws a land, we have an Angel of Sanctions. So we can either play a land, Embalm Angel. So I think the play here is we cast Sword. We spell pierce the Sword. We don't play any lands. We go to combat. We attack me with Mother of Earth. Emrakul chumps. And I say chumps because he's going to embalm this Angel of Sanctions to deal with Emrakul. And we're probably going to have to blast zone to kill it. This is somewhat problematic. Oh, our opponent plays a Hallowed Spirit Keeper. They do not Angel of Sanctions us. Interesting. Well, Academy Ruins is good. We have no way to draw what we put on top, though. Tezzeret doesn't have many targets left. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we have to minus Tezzeret and get something. Or we just die when our opponent swings. Because Blast Zone enters with 1 counter on it. So we probably should have played Blast Zone instead of Wasteland. Okay, we're going to -4 Tezzeret. See if we have anything that will help. Okay, Metalworker is technically a thing that will help because it is an extra blocker. Then we play Blast Zone. And we have to hold back. So our opponent is going to Embalm Angel of Sanction. Or Faith's Fetters, I guess that works too. Okay, they get in, we block. Go down to a low number. Do we put it on 3? Our opponent gets a bunch of spirits if we do that. We have to put it on 4. Okay, Wormcoil is good. One moment though, I think the dog's being naughty. What are you doing? Get out of here. You know better than that. Silly creature. The problem is our opponent can still do the freaking Embalm. Maybe they still don't see it. You never know. opponent is just going to swing with Reckless Abandon. If we destroy all 4-drops, doesn't really matter as far as I can tell. Okay, Devoted Druid. So we attack to gain a bunch of life. Sure. I'll take some untapped tokens and a worm coil in my grave when I have an active Academy Ruins. No problem, opponent who refuses to embalm Angel of Sanctions to kill me 3 times. Okay, that's a Bramaz. Okay, Academy Ruins Worm Coil. Untap. Draw Worm Coil. Play Worm Coil. Go to combat. Hit him in the air for 13. Good to me. Opponent goes to 11. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Search for his Kanta, still refusing to embalm Angel of Sanctions. For some reason. Alright. Well, we got there. Game 3. Please, for the love of all that is holy, magic gods, let me play well this game. Okay. 1, 2, Wall of Roots. 3, 4. There's better hands in this deck. We're gonna mulligan. This is very close. On the draw, I can see this maybe working. We'll keep. We're gonna put Devoted Druid back. Okay, we just need a land. One plays Land Mother Runes. Alright, land. Good. Pass the turn. Opponent gets in for 1. Plays an island. Plays a Stoneforge Mystic. And gets a Sword of Fire and Ice. We draw Worm Coil. That's good. So we will play Wall of Roots this turn. Okay. I kind of figured our opponent had Daze. I didn't expect them to Daze the Wall of Roots. Okay, they get in for 2. That's okay. Play a Tithe Taker. Okay, land. Signet. It's the next best thing, right? Play Simic Signet. Pass the turn. Opponent plays an island. Gets in for 4, sure. Plays Sword. We draw a Metalworker. We should probably play that this turn, huh? Because if we cast a Signet, we can't play it. And the upside of this is huge. Okay, pass the turn. Plus it prevents them from swinging with Mom unless they put Sword of Fire and Ice on her. Actually, this is really dumb. I am really dumb. I should have played Signet because Sword just kills Metalworker. Oh no! Unless they go for damage. Maybe they don't shoot Metalworker. They shoot Metalworker. Oh my god! This is horrible. Okay, we draw an island. That's somewhat good. So play an island. Play an Izzet Signet. 1, 2, 6. Okay. So as long as they're not holding Council's Judgment or a counterspell for Worm Coil next turn, we should survive. Play Selesnya Signet. Play an Everflowing Chalice kicked once. Pass the turn. Now we're getting a ramp on. Spear of Heliod, we're dead. Oh, no! Alright, I deserve that. I deserve that so hard. Bone Daddy, Bob Maggot, Raylan, if you're watching, I'm sorry. I'll see you guys in game 2. Alright, welcome back to round 2. It's been a couple days since recording, so I'm not sure what happened. I just remember a lot of punting and bad plays on my part, if I recall correctly. So, this looks like a fine hand. I think we should keep. See what our opponent does. Our opponent's going to start breeding pool. That's fine. We draw an island. Well, that doesn't change our play. We're going to start forest and elf. Pass the turn. Next turn, we can put Everflowing Chalice on 2. Okay, opponent plays a Signet. It's just fine with me. So we'll play an island. Wait, did I say we could put Signet on, or Everflowing Chalice on 2? Because that's not correct. We'll put it on 1. And get in for 1. Alright, opponent plays an island. We're going to play something that costs 4 mana. It's an Oracle of Muldaya. We have a Garruk on top. That's kind of scary. We draw an island. We don't have enough to Upheaval, but we can play a Tezzeret this turn and go get a Thron Dynamo. That seems like fun. Well, do we want to get Thron Dynamo? Or do we want to get a Signet? I think actually going like down ticking and getting a Signet is... If we get Thron Dynamo, we could play Stonecoil Serpent, but I don't think that does anything. We could also just uptick. If we uptick, it doesn't die to Oracle. You know what? Let's actually just play Lodestone Golem, because that messes... Our opponent has to have 2 more lands to play Garruk this turn. This does delay us upheavaling by a turn, but could give us the opportunity to blast zone a Signet, which would make upheaval even better. Could be that our opponent is out of lands, too. Looks like our opponent is trying to play Garruk, but they just play a Muldrifter instead. They also drew an Acidic Slime. Okay, they play land. We untap, we draw Golos. Tireless Pilgrim. Let's start by attacking with Lodestone Golem. Okay, opponent jumps with Muldrifter, that's fine. We're going to play Blast Zone. And we're going to play Golos this turn. We will get... Should we get Workshop? Let's get Workshop. That lets us have more mana to recast stuff with. Potentially after an Upheaval, which, with our opponent playing this many lands, if Upheaval resolves, it's going to be kind of backbreaking. Okay, it looks like Garruk this turn, maybe? Yep. Make some wolves, and tap out for a Strix. That's fine. We untap. We draw a Metalworker. So we currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. So we can Upheaval floating mana off of Mishra's Workshop, replay Workshop, and then kick Everflowing Chalice and play Metalworker or Stonecoil Serpent. But we have to attack Garruk with Lodestone Golem to do that, which I think is okay, actually. Opponent should block. Okay, cool. Just as expected. Sure, opponent gets some loyalty counters on Garruk. We go to second main, load a bunch of mana, Upheaval. If our opponent has like a Force of Will, that's very bad, but... Okay, so we have 11 cards in hand. So we can play Workshop, kick Everflowing Chalice 3 times, play Metalworker, and that brings us down to 8, and we only have to discard 1. Or, we play Workshop, we play Golos, we play Stonecoil on 1, and we get another land. I think Everflowing Chalice is better. The only thing that does is it prevents us from playing like a Tezzeret or something next turn. So like, we could Golos if we want to do the Tezzeret thing, which would have us rebuild faster. So maybe that's better. Let's do the Workshop Everflowing Chalice Metalworker play. Because next turn we can make an absurd amount of mana and play a really big Stonecoil Serpent. I think we're going to discard this Elves. Yeah, we're going to discard the Elf. I know we're holding a lot of lands, but I want the colored mana here. Land tap, discard. Discard 9 cards. Yeah, that was a pretty good upheaval. Upheaval is a balanced magic card. Oh man. Seems good. We still have to discard 3. Alright. We draw Fast Bond, actually, which lets us do even more broken things. So play Forest, play Fast Bond, play land, play land, play land. Alright, so then we can go 1, 2, 3, play Tezzeret, tap, reveal, reveal, untap, untap, tap, tap, reveal, reveal, tap, that's 14 mana, 15 mana, so let's play a Golos, and then play a 10/10 Stonecoil Serpent. You know what, we'll get a Wasteland. That was like the best possible draw. It's Fast Bond. Oh no! Oh, we got him. That was awesome. Let's do that again. Are we changing it up? Playing against Sultai? Probably not. We're probably fine. Yeah, we're just gonna run back. Let's do that again. No more punts. Let's do that again. 1 land, 3 signets, and we're on the draw. I honestly think this hand is worth keeping because if we get a second land of any kind, this hand is amazing. There's the second land. Sweet. Alright, so now if our opponent has like an Abrupt Decay or something, it's worse, but well, they didn't do anything about that. Tropical Island for our opponent and a Trigon Predator. Hey, that's not fair. We could play a Stonecoil Serpent with a Reach to deal with that. I honestly think we do that because it's also pro multicolor. Man, that card has a lot of text on it. We just have to pray our opponent doesn't have removal for that. Because if they do, this Trigon Predator is going to kind of ruin our day. I don't know of a situation where we don't immediately snap block. Did our opponent just not read that? Because this definitely has reach in this massive wall of text. Oh my god, they didn't read it, they just attacked right into it. Oh, I'm sorry, opponent. That's not good for you. Play Signet. Play Signet. Pass turn. That's a lot of Signets. The best part is if our opponent taps out and draws a bunch of cards. Oh man. Yeah, well, what don't you want to deal with, opponent? Because we have a lot of things that'll make your day awful. They probably take Upheaval, unless they have a counterspell specifically for Upheaval. But man, if we could like draw land and resolve Karn. Ugh. Nasty. I heard the sound effect. What'd they take? Oh, that moment when you peek and you just like, I can't beat that. Just scoop it up. Alright, I'll see you guys in round 3. Alrighty, round 3. Here we go. We'll play first. This hand doesn't do a whole lot. I think we have to mulligan. We have all of our colors of mana, we're just not doing anything. Okay, this hand is way better. Like, by far. So we're going to keep, and we're going to put back... What is the most awkward card in our hand last? I think it's Wall of Roots. We're going to put back Wall of Roots. So we start Workshop, Signet. Pass the turn. Next turn we're going to land Lodestone Golem. And then we're going to Time Twister. I don't think that changes our play. Lodestone Golem. So opponent can only play a 1-drop. Or a Copter. They can't play a Copter. We draw another land. So this turn we can Metalworker and land, or we can Time Twister. I think we Metalworker and land, because like at post Time Twister having a Metalworker could potentially give us a ridiculous sum of mana. Alright, we're not going to attack a Lodestone Golem, because our opponent could animate Copter and block. We're going to make them deal with it. Alright, opponent is 2 colors, and they're not doing anything. Cool. We draw an Emrakul. Well, we're okay with not being able. So we need to Time Twister. Alright, we got a bunch of Signets and Golos, all of which is super good, along with Upheaval and Fast Bond. Wow, okay. So we're going to play a bunch of stuff. So first we use our artifact-only mana. Play a fast bond. Man, this is really broken. I don't think we play these forests. I think we just cast Golos. And we'll go and get... Let's get a Wasteland. And threaten to pressure their mana. Alright. Pass the turn. We have every color we need for Golos except red. So we get our last Signet. We can just start activating Golos instead. I mean, that'd be pretty sweet, right? This deck is awesome. And I knew it had potential. I'm just really sad that I flubbed it up round one. Okay, opponent plays a land. They can now cast 3 drops. Opponent discards Terminus to collectively brutalize Metalworker and duress away Upheaval. Well, that makes me sad. We draw a land. So we'll play a forest. And I guess we attack with Golos. We could attack with Lodestone Golem too and just take them off Copter. I think that's fine, actually. I don't know that taxing them is doing too much at the moment. Maybe it is. Well, yeah, it's just a free attack. Because Mom can't protection from colorless. Okay. Pass the turn. A Maria Angel for our opponent. We need to draw something that's not mana, unfortunately. I mean, unless it's our last Signet, in which case it would be amazing. That's the mana we want to draw. I kept it a Boros or a Gruul Signet, right? Hang on. Yeah, I don't see it in the sideboard, so it does have to be in the deck. Okay, opponent's gonna get some birds. And I play an Angel of Sanctions. I probably have to take Golos. Because they see how many different colors of mana we have. Yep, okay. That's fine. Man, that would be really great if we still have Upheaval. To have an Upheaval with our opponent Oblivion ringing something of ours. So they animate Copter. They go attacking. Sure. They loot, and we're going to take 6. They discard a Tidehollow Sculler. We go to 14. Okay. We untap. We draw land. Play a forest. Go to combat. We're only holding back like a damage by not attacking, so I guess we'll attack. Okay. Opponent goes to 12, pass the turn. You know, even if we lost, we did sweet things this game, and I'm cool with that. Okay. Opponent's getting in for 9 or 10. 8 in for 9. We're going to go to 5. They discard Recurring Nightmare. I think we have a Memory Jar that'd be pretty sweet to draw. Hanger back on 3. Okay, we draw. Ooh, okay, alright. So first, we play a land. We play another land. We lose a life. So we use our colorless mana first. Play Memory Jar. Okay, this is our best chance to find something. Activate Memory Jar. Okay, we got a Karn, but that might be too late. We have a Signet, a Thrawn Dynamo. We could play Garruk, and we could draw a bunch more cards. Actually, hang on. We could play Karn, exile Angel of Sanctions, get back Golos, but we won't have enough mana to activate Golos, because we do have our last Signet. So we'd have to draw a bunch of lands first, which means we'd have to play Garruk and somehow get like a ton of mana in our next. How do we do this? Oh, because he's going to even cost 6, too. Shoot. We could attack them with Lodestone Golem first. That just gives them a bunch of Thopters that we also have to deal with. Because there's no one permanent we can answer that fixes the problem. 4, 5. We're not activating Golos this turn, so it's okay to use these. In which case we should do this. 5, 6. Play Garrick. Draw a bunch of cards. Okay, Wormcoil is good. We play a land. Play a land. Does Wormcoil save us? We play Wormcoil, we're at 2, we go up to 8, because we can block something, theoretically, maybe. No, it doesn't, because we can't attack with it. So we play a Thron Dynamo, play Tezzeret, and untap. I don't think that does anything. Yeah, we can play Thron Dynamo, play Tezzeret, untap Thron Dynamo, and a... No, we can't even play Tezzeret, because we have a Lodestone Golem. Brain. Okay, and we have to discard our hand at end of turn anyway, so... Yeah, I think we concede. There's nothing else we can do. Sad. Alright, next game. Are we changing anything up? And I think the answer is... Our opponent had a duress at the wrong time for us, basically. And then we just drew lands after that, after they duressed our last bit of action. We did do sweet things, though. I'm very happy we did sweet things. I guess we could bring in Sword of Light and Shadow, because it is protection from their entire deck. I don't know what we cut for that, though. We can't cut a creature. Well, we could cut Wall of Roots. We'll see, that might be wrong. But Light and Shadow is protection from their entire deck and can help keep us alive. It's like the only time I actually like Light and Shadow, because the rest of the time it's just every time you hit your opponent you can healing salve yourself. Alrighty, we'll be on the play. Yeah, this looks like a really good hand. We'll keep. It does stuff at the very least. So turn 1, we can Mishra's Workshop, Selesny's Signet. Turn 2, that gives us access to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. So we can put Everflowing Chalice on 2, and then turn 3 Karn. No, that's not Karn, because he's not an artifact. The one time they should have made a Planeswalker an artifact. Sad that doesn't work, but also happy it doesn't. Ooh, I mean, like, that's a pretty good turn 3 play. Karn might just be better if we could do that somehow. We're currently at 4, 5, so no, it has to be Wormcoil. Tidehollow Skeller. Well, that's annoying. I think our opponent has to take Wormcoil, because it's the only thing we can actually cast. They could take Upheaval or Karn if they have a path for Wormcoil. Also, side note, Wormcoil Engine has like the best art in the universe. This is one of my favorite arts, and I actually like the promotional art even more. Okay, they took Karn, which is, I think, wrong unless they have a path for one. So we play an island. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Play Wormcoil. Pass the turn. So we're like kind of playing Tron. We played Wormcoil on turn 3. Yeah, that has swords. It's even worse than path for us. They play Mom. Draw a Blast Zone. So let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can play Blast Zone this turn. Next turn we can Upheaval and do some mana floating shenanigans of some kind. Okay. Blast Zone it is. Pass the turn. Okay, opponent attacks for 3, that's fine. They play a Brimaz. I think we just Upheaval. Yeah, I think we just Upheaval. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we have 3 mana floating for artifact spells. So we Upheaval. Get back Karn. Replay Workshop. Kick Everflowing Chalice 3 times. Play Signet. And we don't have anything else, so we pass. Opponent can play Land and Mom. And then discards 3 cards. Or 2 cards. It was a very expensive Time Warp plus Mind Rot. They discard Elishnorn, which they could reanimate, but against us it doesn't do as much. And a Merry Angel. We draw a Forest. So we play a Blast Zone, and it's only 5 mana, so we pass the turn. Opponent will likely go Swamp into Tidehollow Skeller, and we will take up Blast Zone to kill it. They're really trying hard to get us to kill Mom with this Blast. Play Skeller, take Karn, it's our only card they can take. Okay, put Blast Zone on 2, untap. We draw an island. Play an island. Pass the turn. Okay, they replay Bramaz, which is fine. Oh shoot, we blow up our own Signet if we do this, don't we? That puts us a long time off Karn. Is that enough time that Bramaz can kill us? That's really annoying. I didn't think about that. I would have taken a different line had I known or thought about that. Do we have to do that now? Because that puts us down to 4 mana, and then we're building up by 1 at a time again. I think we still have to. That sucks. That's my bad, too. So we take 1, we go to 19, untap. We draw a Memory Jar. Memory Jar is kind of nice. We'll play a Forest, play a Memory Jar, pass the turn. Okay, opponent goes up to 4 mana. You're going to get in for 4. Okay, sure. And play a Spectral Procession. Okay, let's see what we draw. It's a Signet. We play an island. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can play Karn this turn. Karn uptick might do something. Alternatively, we cast Signet, then crack Memory Jar. Maybe it's better to just crack Memory Jar. Yeah, let's do that. And just try and play as many things as we can out of our hand. After the fact, I guess. We get a Sword of Light and Shadow. Emrakul costs 10 mana. We could play Tracker, play Light and Shadow, and equip. I actually like that. And then we can get back our Emrakul. It sucks that we lose Academy Ruins, though, because I played a land prior. No Dismember, please. Sweet. So we have protection from their whole deck. This means they can't swing Bramaz in profitably at all. They play an Angel of Sanction. It takes Sword. That's annoying. We get in for quite a bit. We block a Cat Soldier to take 1 less damage. We've already answered our Worm Coil. I'm trying to think of what we have left. I don't think it's much. I think we have to Karn, exile Angel of Sanctions. So we play a land that takes us up to 7 mana. We can Golgari Signet to go to 8. We can Karn downtick on the Angel, and next turn we're going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, minus 1 is 8. That doesn't work. Does that mean I have to draw off Tracker? We have no way to get back Upheaval. Just sad. Hang on, let me do that math again. So we play a land. That takes us up to 7 mana. We can use Mishra's Workshop mana to play a Signet. That takes us to 8. We play a Karn, we can downtick on the Angel. Get back the Sword. We only have 1 mana left to equip, because we can't use the Workshop mana to activate Golgari Signet, which is really sad. Then we block a Cat Soldier. We'll take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 off another attacking cat. 9 if he attacks with the Mother of Rooms. Okay, I think we're going to be dead. So maybe we Tezzeret. Let's play an island. Get a token. Draw with the token. It's a land. Okay, that's not good. We can go back up to 5 mana. Die. I think we're just going to -4 and see if there's anything left in the deck we can get. Yeah, I think because we couldn't answer the Angel, we end up in the same situation again. Because it just changes the math in the same way. Oh, that's sad. I'm sorry, everybody. There may have been a line I could take there, and if you see it, feel free to comment it below, because I need help figuring this out sometimes. I need to get better at this game. I don't think we take exactly lethal. Or one over, actually, because he attacked with Mom. Well, damn. Well, hey, I hope you guys enjoyed this content. I know I had fun making it, and punting away all of my chance at victory. So, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!